after so much rumor and speculation, the federal government officially accused Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. He has been accused, he has been labeled, he has been tagged. In fact, right now, Peter Obi is being charged for treason. According to the federal government, Peter Obi, somehow behind the scene, is inciting people to violence over the outcome of the 2023 presidential poll. Welcome once again to this channel. If you are coming across it for the first time, join us by tapping on the subscription button. If you're a returning subscriber or you've been here, in fact, everybody, do something for others and for this channel by liking and sharing this video. According to the report that we have on our desk, the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, stated this in Washington, D.C., United States, during his official engagement with some international media organizations. So now they are putting this out there publicly in an international format. I mean, they are not making it national in Nigeria alone. They want to make it international. The information started from the United States. They dropped the message. They dropped what they are charging Peter Obi for. Lai Mohammed said it was wrong for Peter Obi to, in one breath, seek redress in court over the outcome of the polls, and in another breath, incite people to violence. Now, an audio got leaked out where Peter Obi spoke with the leader and the head of Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo, where he was seeking for assistance, and he told him that this is a religious war and that this needed support from Christians. He asked him to help him beg Christians in Kwara State, Christians in the southwest of Nigeria. He said he should speak to them and that they will never regret. And people ask, who are those that he said would not regret? Is he talking about the Christians in general? Now it is no longer one Nigeria. It is now Christians on one part. And another Igbo man, Nnamani, also spoke about Peter Obi trying to use religious sentiment to divide the country, to seek for votes. Now, when this audio came out, some people said there is no problem with it. There is no big deal about it. While some people said, we trusted this man, so he has some very dirty things hidden somewhere. He has plans and plots. He wanted to find a way to use religious sentiment to circumvent. He wanted to kind of trap Yoruba people, hoping that if he could canvass pastors would just say, thus says the Lord, God have spoken. And many of them said, anyway, they spoke in that capacity. And we know what happened at the end of the day. INEC declared Bola Ahmed Tinubu APC presidential candidate as the president-elect. Till date, this has not gone down well with Peter Obi. It has not gone down well with Atiku Abubakar. But Atiku Abubakar is not out there saying he won the election and hell will break loose. But from what we are seeing from Labour Party and its followers, they believe Peter Obi won the election and that he must be given the seat and he must become president of Nigeria. Well, Mohammed said it was wrong for Peter Obi to seek redress in court and in the next breath incite people to violence. Which one do you want? They said, if you are not comfortable, if you are not happy with the outcome of the election and you think INEC, an institution that has been backed by the legislators and legislation, policies and rules and regulation, if they are to declare who the election, how the election will be transmitted and finally who won the election, then you can drag them to the court and deal with it there at the court. Do not incite people to violence. Do not think that this will become NSAS. This is what they are saying. Peter Obi and his vice, Dati Ahmed cannot be threatening Nigerians that if the President-elect Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress is sworn in on May 29th, it will be the end of democracy in Nigeria. These are what Lai Mohammed said in the United States in front of foreign medias. He wants them to take this out there. He said, this is treason. You cannot be inviting insurrection, and this is what they are doing. Peter Obi's statement is that of a desperate man. He is not the democratic man, democratic person that he claimed that he is. He is not in any way a democratic man. He is not democratic at all. That is what he said. He said a democratic person, a Democrat, should not believe in democracy only when he wins the election. He said, how dare Peter Obi, how dare you say Nigeria will explode and implode because you did not win the election? Who are you? Who are you, Peter Obi? These are the words coming from Lai Mohammed. Now, there are people, like I said, who believe that APC is done. PDP is done. We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't want you around us anymore. What we want is a different face, and they see that in Peter Obi. They believe that Peter Obi, at least with all the dirt and whatever it is that has been attached to him, they feel that they can manage it. They do not want to engage themselves with the other group. They don't want them at all. They've seen them perform and they said, look, enough is enough. We don't want. Now, every of this is called hope. People are hoping that if Peter Obi gets there, he will do better. It is still hope. They are not too sure 100% what Peter Obi will do. But because of the hatred of this regime, the hatred people have for this regime, the action of APC government in Lagos, although we know that the government is not, the state government is not in charge of what happens during EndSARS. The federal government will decide on, and it's a federal thing anyway, and we know how government works. We know how it works in Nigeria. Governors are not in charge of the military, neither are they in charge of the police. So we know the politics of all these things and how things are. These are part of the things that needs to be dealt with anyway. Well, this kind of created an avenue for Peter Obi. Peter Obi saw all of this. He decided to get himself out of PDP. He doesn't want to be under the shadow of Atiku Abubakar anymore. He felt that he has his own goods to sell. He joined Labour Party and he sold his goods out there. He used what he has. That is what it is. This is politics. You use what you have. He used Christianity. And also seeing that the other opposition is using Muslim ticket, in which it is not for religion anyway. It's just that unfortunately, the Southwesterner is a Muslim. Bola Ahmed, a Muslim. So they were not driving the Islamic agenda, not at all. Let us be sincere. Bola Ahmed Tinubu cares less about Islam. He's not a fanatic. He's just recently was seeing some few fanatics in the southwest of Nigeria. Not that because we don't have them. You cannot compare that to that of the north of Nigeria. But as it is, they were not selling the Islamic thing. That was just the formula that he felt could work for him. He needed someone from the north of Nigeria so as to be able to get votes from the north of Nigeria. It's as simple as that. He wants to work on his own identity as a Yoruba man from the southwest. Not about religion. But religion is important also in what we do. This is what Peter Obi saw. He read into it and he said, look, it is better I jump into this one and make use of the error, the mistake, or the situation of things, rather, the situation that APC found themselves, that Tinubu found himself. He said, it is better I work on it. Let us use religion. It's not as if religion matters really in Nigeria, per se, because, all the religious bodies, if you watch them closely, they are also replicating, repeating, resonating the same thing that is happening in Nigeria, in government. They want to fleece their members, get the money, and they want you to be subservient to them. They want you to shut up and say when they speak, God has spoken. And that's the same way government behaves, in an autocratic manner. That's just the same thing. Anyway, what I'm trying to say in essence is this. Peter Obi saw this, which is what politics is, and decided to use the Christian thing to work in his own favor. And he sold his market, and people bought into it. But unfortunately, they said he did not win some part of Nigeria, that Christian Muslim ticket will not be important. He didn't win the north of Nigeria as he should have won, and he did not win the southwest of Nigeria as he should have won. That is what they said. I don't know. I am not INEC, and I was not privy to all of the votes that was counted. But from what we are seeing on the street, they said Peter Obi won the election, and that's it. Well, they said this is daylight robbery of people's mandate, and this is wickedness and treason to the government. They said enough is enough. Now, if you go on social media, you will see two sides to it. There are people who are saying Peter Obi should shut up, he's a fool, he should get out. These are people who are in support also of the other party. Then you see people who are saying that APC is criminal, APC is this, APC is that. So we cannot even say for sure. We cannot say for sure what percentage of people that are in support of Peter Obi Labour Party and the people that are in support of APC. But the general feel, let us be sincere out there, is that Peter Obi should be. But now it is dwindling because people started seeing this tribal thing. That was the next thing that they started selling. And we cannot blame those who are trying to deceive people with tribe. Same way Peter Obi also came up with the religion thing. What are your thoughts about this one? It is politics. Drop your comment. Do not forget to like and share. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new here.